These concerts, you hear when you go to every spring concert. I heard it at the middle school concert, the elementary school concert. It's like, it's a bittersweet. I won't go all the cliches with that. But it is important that we do acknowledge some individuals tonight. And that's 20 of these band members, which is over half the band, are seniors. And they stuck with band through their senior year. So that's really cool. So I know it's printed in your program, but I always get a kick out of when like directors do program notes in their program, and then you go to the concert, you can't read them because it's dark. So maybe that's just an easy way for me to not do them. But anyway, the names are there, but I do think it's important that I'm going to call each one of their names, and I'm going to have them stand, and so you can just see the people that make up this concert band and are good leaders. So at this time, seniors, when I call your name, please stand. Percussionists, if you're standing, if you want to stand taller, that's cool. Our seniors are Hayden Bauer, Mike Benker, Marissa Dickinson, Owen Fahey, Bella Rose Gonzalez, Amari Herman, Emily Hinnenkamp, Sam Jacobson, Julia Kerr, Allison Kreutz, Trey Madsen, Brian Martinez, Vince Rassett, Mindara Ronmus, Jacob Seeger, Ava Townsend, Owen Utsch, Anna Volrath, Emma Wright, Naomi Zeidler. Please give these seniors a round of applause. It's with individuals like this that we're able to do certain pieces of music, and without their leadership, we would be doing music that's much easier. But they see some positiveness in it, and they push each other whether they know that or not. You don't get to see the progress every day. When we first start a piece of music, it's sounds, it's noise. And getting to work with it every day is so much fun, and it could not be possible with individuals like this. The next tune that we're going to be playing was one of our contest pieces, and we went to contest this year, and you play for 3 judges, and they give you these ratings and stuff, and all 3 judges gave the band superior ratings, which is the highest rating. It's because of leadership like this. So once again, give our seniors a round of applause.
Many people who live with mental health conditions experience a profound sense of isolation. Discussing these issues, and more so identifying as someone who lives with them, has been extremely taboo in our society. Thus, many suffer in silence, facing their troubles with no support. But as the title for our next piece implies, they are not alone. 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experience mental health issues each year. 1 in 6 youths in the U.S. experience mental health issues each year. 90% of suicides worldwide are attributable to mental illness. Suicide is the second leading causing of death in the United States. With statistics like this, it is shocking and frustrating that so many people are reluctant to acknowledge, discuss, and address these issues. This piece we are about to play starts very softly. The individual is aware that something is wrong, but is trying to bravely persist. A soloist introduces the main theme of the work, a bittersweet melody that is lovely and vulnerable. As the piece continues, dissonant elements in a 3-note descending theme signals the onset of a mental health crisis. Then, the piece turns manic and violent. The individual struggles with their condition as everything seems to be in darkness. The piece builds to a thunderous moment before dying away to a cloud of confusion. Their heartbeat is heard racing and then slowing. The individual is broken. The original theme sounds again, unaccompanied, but others join in. The work rises to a triumphant climax as a sense of solidarity is achieved. The work ends with the soloist again, but more confident, and with others there for support. This is Not Alone.
We had a lot of fun working on that piece. This time of year, this concert, we always recognize, we give out some awards, and the awards are the John Philip Sousa Award and also the Louis Armstrong Award. The Sousa and Armstrong Awards are voted on by the members of the concert band and the jazz band, if they're in jazz band, to honor the top student in the high school band and the top student in the jazz band. These awards recognize superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. These national awards were created with the approval of the spouses and families of the famous musicians after their deaths. So, it is my honor to give out the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award first, and that award this year goes to Bella Rose Gonzalez. And then the John Philip Sousa Award is voted on among these members in the concert band, and was given to an individual who, if you were just kind of scanning the band so far in the first two pieces, has already played two different instruments, and his main one is percussion, and it goes to Jacob Sieber. Always fun. So this is our last piece, and it's entitled Africa, and this piece came out when I was a senior in high school, just a couple years ago, and it was really cool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to do this, and I did it with, when I taught in Princeton in my first couple years, because it calls for a lot of instrumentation, but it also calls for like 12 percussion parts, and unless you have talented percussionists, and a lot of them, this piece just doesn't get played a lot. And so when I saw the roster this fall of who was in it, I'm like, oh my gosh, can we do Africa? I've been thinking about it all year, and we pulled that out and we read it, and it was awful. But I could see they kind of liked it, kind of really put their teeth into it, and we just kept working on it, and the band has done a great job with it. It's a lot of fun. There's so many moving parts. And if you're a complete music geek, there's all these polyrhythms in there. And at one point, some of the percussionists are playing in a 12/8 feel, but the band's in a 4/4 feel. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, that's okay, just smile and nod. But then we have, in the percussion section alone, we have some people playing in a 12/8 feel, a 4/4 feel, and then also a 3/4 feel. So it's like chaotic. And it's just a lot of noise, and our woodwinds and our brass players are doing a great job with all these crazy African sounds and stuff. So we're really excited to play it for you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to our music team here. They're second to none. They're wonderful. Thanks to Ron up in the booth for helping, but especially all of you for coming and supporting the arts. We really like it. So have a safe drive home. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers on Sunday. And this is Africa.